Hi, welcome back to Tone with Harveen. Today we're going to be doing a full body toning exercise. You'll need a set of 2 weights. I'm using 5-pound weights. Let's get started with some abs, laying on the mat. We're going to get started with some crunches. Feet flat on the mat, shoulder blades on the mat as you lift with your hands behind your head. The shoulder blades are coming completely off the mat and coming back down, squeezing the belly button in so that you're ensuring that you aren't doming on each lift. And if you are, try to take a step back, ensure that you're working on keeping it flat as you're lifting, and elbows out. Let's go for 25 and lift. Keep those elbows out. Final 2. And we're done. Bringing the shoulder blades and the head down for a quick second, lifting the legs into our 90-degree bend. Right leg is going to extend, left leg is staying still. Bring it back in, and left leg is going to go out. Right leg is coming back in. Keeping the rest of your body still, using your abs for each extension. And as you're pulling the leg in, your legs can come back at hip width distance apart, or you can have them coming together. Let's do 2 more on each side. And let's hold at the top. We're going to add an extra move here just to make this a little bit more challenging. If it's too difficult, continue with the same leg extensions. We're gonna put the hands behind our head. We're gonna lift the shoulder blades off the mat, not doming the abs, and staying here, and let's go for the extensions. It's 6 on each side. Halfway there, keeping the elbows out. And last one on each side. Wonderful. Let's roll on up. Let's grab 1 or 2 of your weights. We're going to go for a twist. Modified option is keeping your feet flat on the mat. If you want to keep this a little bit more intermediate, we're going to lift in our V-sit as we go for our twist. Both hands are holding the weight. You can go this way, as long as you're holding that weight. Let's go into our V-sit or feet flat on the mat, and let's twist and either tap or hover on each side. Keeping the body still, using the abs to twist. Trying not to dome. And last one on each side makes it a total of 12 on each side. All right, let's drop those legs, drop that weight. We're gonna go into a little bit of a plank series here. So you're gonna go into your plank, and we're gonna spike up using our core to lift up as if someone's pulling a string from the bottom of your spine as you're lifting up into a pike. Back is flat, lifting, squeezing the abs, lifting up, and coming back down. We're here for 8. Moving with your breath. And last one. And come on down, hold this. We're gonna drop the hip to the left, up, and down to the right. And let's twist with a little bit of speed, but not super fast. Engaging the core to switch sides. And last one on each side. And let's drop onto the knees. Alrighty, for the last one here, let's get into our downward dog. We're gonna do kind of like a mountain climber, but we're gonna switch between down dog and down to cross with our knee hitting our elbow. Into our down dog. Let's hold this for a second, bending the knees, getting into the stretch. And whenever you're ready, we're gonna go for 8 on each side, coming all the way in, flat back, and then your back is onto an angle and twist. Moving with your breath and with control. And last one on each side. And let's come on up and drop into our plank and onto the knees. And that is it for our abs. That was 6 workouts. And now we're gonna move over into some compound workouts using our legs and arms. So it is a true and total full body workout. I'm gonna use the 5 pounds for this whole exercise routine. Feel free to switch over to a lighter weight if you need it. Getting into our squat position here. My feet are just a bit more than hip width distance apart. I prefer to do these kind of squats to get a more rounded glute. If you want to have a more center glute focused workout, keep the feet hip width distance apart. I'm also gonna have my toes pointed outwards. For the first set here, let's hold our weights into center and let's drop for 8. Squeezing on the way up. This is 1. Let's stay down there. Let's pulse for 8. And 1 and a full 8. And 1, squeezing at the top, letting go of the arms, a little shake, holding them in your hands still. We are gonna go into some lunges with some bicep curls. I'm going with right leg in front, left leg behind. Your feet are just about hip width distance apart, palms facing out. Let's drop for 8 into your bicep curl and down. We're moving with our breath and our curls are moving with our lunges. So let's go for 8. And 1. Switching sides. This time, as we go down for each lunge, arms are gonna come right out to your sides, up to your shoulders. This is gonna be tougher because your shoulders are smaller muscles, so you might wanna switch to a lighter weight, but I say go for the challenge. We'll be here for 8. And whenever you're ready, and drop arms out and up. And last one, and we're good. Let's drop those weights. A little break for the arms, but not for the legs. Coming into center of the mat, we're gonna go for some curtsy lunges. Arms are just moving up to center and back down as we go. We're only doing 6 on each side before we repeat this cycle. And let's start with right leg behind. It's going out on a bit of an angle, not as far as you can go, but as far as it's comfortable as you drop and come on up to center. And this is our last one in each side. And wonderful. Let's grab those weights. And this time, as we do our squats, you can feel free to swap your footing. For these squats, when we dip down, we're gonna do our shoulder press. Arms are at your shoulders. Weights are at your shoulders as we drop down, extending up and coming back up. Alrighty, we're here for 8. Pulsing for 8. Arms are just gonna stay right up. And finishing with a final 8. Let's go. Squeezing at the top. This is 1. Let's stay there and pulse for 8. And come on up. Catch your breath real quick. Final 8. Two and 1. You got this. We've got our lunges now. Same thing, except this time we're just gonna swap the arms. So you're gonna start with arms going out to your sides with the right foot in front. I like to just power through this. If you need to take a break and catch your breath, pause the video and we'll see you in a few seconds. We're here for 8. And 1. Now the bicep curls seem like a cakewalk here. Just keep your shoulders back to back. Bicep curls. Final 8 lunges. And let's go. And 1. Wow, that is a tough one, but the only way to get better at this and be able to have your stamina is through practice. Let's do our 6 curtsy lunges with our arm movements to center, and let's go for 6. and 6. We got here in no time. Okay, let's get down on the mat. We're gonna do a bit more arms here and some more glute focused workouts with our inner and outer thighs as well. Okay, into our tabletop position, starting with some arms onto like your fingertips of your right hand. One shoulder slightly higher than the other to allow for your left arm to fully extend. And we're gonna pull in the elbow to our side. We're here for 8. And 1, let's stay there. And kickbacks for 6. Let's get that tricep workout in. And 1, come on down into center. Palm facing you. Right palm can come flat on the mat. We're just doing a lateral raise now towards the front and lift for 6. And 1. Let's put that weight behind our knee. Make sure it's secure. We're going into some donkey kicks. Adjusting your hands a little bit more than shoulder, just aligned with your shoulders so you're able to push back a little. Keeping your pelvis aligned and parallel with the ground, being careful not to open up to the side with the lift. And we will be lifting for 8. We're gonna pulse for 8 and then finish off with 8. Foot can be flat or pointed, and whenever you're ready, let's go for 8, squeezing at the top. Eight comes very quick. We are at 1. Let's pulse for 8. And full 8. And 1, squeezing at the top. Come on down, quick little break, just readjust. And we're gonna go into 8 fire hydrants, 8 pulses, and then 8 full final ones, opening out to the side, keeping the movement in alignment with your hips. And let's go for 8. Two, 1, let's hold it and pulse for 8. And polish off, full 8. And 1. Let's get that weight to the other side. At the top of the mat, we're gonna go for 6 push-ups. You can decide to do push-ups using your knees or full push-ups. I'm gonna go for with the knees. Let's get a good chest workout here. We're gonna put less emphasis on the arms, more emphasis on our chest and our pecs to do the lifting, and abs are tight in. Let's see, you go for 6. And 6. Okay, let's repeat the same thing on the other side. Let's starting with our pulls on our left fingertips to just lift ourselves ever so slightly so we can have a full extension with the right arm. Back into our tabletop position, and let's pull in for 8. This is 1, let's stay there, and let's go for 6 kickbacks, triceps. And 1, dropping the weight out in front of us, adjusting the hands as needed, and we're going for the lateral raises for 8. Actually, I think we did 6 on the other side, so that was 6. And let's get that weight behind our knee for our donkey kicks. We're going for 8, pulse for 8, full 8. And toes can be pointed or foot can be flat. And let's go for 8, squeezing at the top, keeping the pelvis parallel with the mat. And 1, stay up there, and let's pulse for 8. And full 8. And 1, dropping it, getting readjusted. We are going straight into our fire hydrants. Full 8, pulse for 8, and a full 8. This is 8, let's stay up there and pulse. And let's polish off with a full 8. And 1. Bringing the weight out in front of us. We're gonna go for 6 push-ups on your knees or on your toes, focusing on using our chest to lift. And 1. Let's do the whole series one more time, starting with our arm pulls and then our tricep pushbacks, getting adjusted so that the left arm can fully extend for 8. And 1, let's stay there, kick for 6. And 1, palm facing us, lateral lift for 6. And 1. Let's get that weight behind the left knee. Donkey kicks for 8, straight into our fire hydrants for 8, donkey kicks for 8, and we're done. On this side, 8. One, straight into the fire hydrants for 8. And 1, right straight into our donkey kicks, 8. and 1. Grab the weight into the right hand, starting with our pulls, slightly lifted so we can extend. Let's go for 8. One, kick back for 6. And 1, palm facing you, lateral lift for 6. And 1, grab that weight behind the right knee. 8 donkey kicks, 8 fire hydrants, and then 8 donkey kicks. Let's go for 8. Fire hydrants. And final 8 donkey kicks. This is our last one. Squeeze the top. Let's bring that weight out. Knees pointing to the outsides of the mat. Let's sit back into our child's pose. Walking the arms out as far as you can, taking an inhale, lifting up ever so slightly, and as you exhale, bringing your chest closer to the mat. Let's add a thread the needle. Left arm or left hand under the right, crossing over your chest, and gaze is with the left hand. Let's come on up and switch sides. Come on up into our tabletop. We are slowing down our heart rate now, so trying to take deep breaths in and out through each movement. Let's drop the belly button, looking up, chest is up. This is an inhale, and as you exhale, curving the belly button into the spine, up as high as you can, rounded back. Inhale to switch. And exhale to come back in. One more breath here. Coming into our flat back here, curling our toes under, walking our hands slightly forward, lifting up into our downward dog. Try to get those heels onto the mat. Deep into the stretch, feeling it along your hamstrings and your back. And coming forward into our plank, lifting up into our cobra. Inhale, and as you exhale, back into our downward dog, onto our toes, back onto our heels, and coming down into our tabletop, walking the knees forward into a butterfly pose real quick. If you can't do this, go into your cross-legged sit, palms of the feet together, using our elbows to push down on our inner thighs, feeling the stretch in our inner thighs. Sitting up nice and tall and into our cross-legged fold here. Deep breath in, back straight, shoulders behind, as back as you can. Taking an inhale, reaching up, and as you exhale, coming forward, walking the hands forward in your mat to help you get into a deeper fold here, keeping your bum on the mat as best as you can. 2 deep breaths here. And let's use the hands to walk us back up. Shoulders back, inhale, reaching up. And as you exhale, coming to center, shoulders back. And you are all done for today. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know how you're feeling tomorrow after this workout. Be sure to take it easy, and I'll see you next time.